This is Mr. Hart again, once again, to read Okay for Now. Today we are on to Chapter 5. I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. As a quick recap, when we last left, we found out that Doug had a couple secrets. The first secret we learned about early in the chapter is that Doug cannot read officially, and Mr. Ferris finds this out during his detention, and he sets him up with some let's just say he changes up the tension a little bit, and Doug begins getting after-school reading help, which we're going to discuss a little bit more on the discussion boards this week. Also, at the end of the chapter, we find out that Doug's jerk of a father, when Doug was 12 years old, took him to a tattoo parlor, and he gave him a tattoo that said Mama's Baby. And because of that, from now on, Doug no longer wants to be seen without a shirt on because it's a very embarrassing tattoo that says Mama's Baby, which is why he insists to not be on the skins team earlier in the book. So with that, we're going to begin Chapter 5, The Yellow Shank. And I'll have a color picture of this later in the week. But let us begin. Here are the stats from the first 2 weeks of October. 3 fights in the downstairs hall, no wins, 1 loss. 2 ties, Mr. Ferris stopped them. 1 fight in Mr. McElroy's class with the barbarian hordes, 1 tie. Mr. McElroy stopped it. 2 fights in the upstairs hall, no wins, 1 loss. 1 tie, Mr. Ferris stopped it. 2 fights in the PE locker room, 2 ties. Otis Bonham stopped them both, since the so-called gym teacher was nowhere around. 1 fight while running the cross-country course in PE, 1 loss. 1 fight in the boys' bathroom, a tie. James Russell stopped it. 2 fights between school and the dump, no wins, 2 losses. But they were close. 12 near fights, probable record, 8 wins, 4 losses. You don't believe me? So what? So what? 5 days of after-school detention, 2 threats of school suspension because I was the instigator of the PE locker room fights, according to the so-called gym teacher. But he wasn't around, so how did he even see me?